Hi, my name's Andrew Edwards. I'm a profit strategist, and you're going to get a chance now to look at some snippets of the latest seminar that I've done that is about creating strategies to achieve results for your business and how to track and test what works for your marketing. I hope you enjoy watching, and we'll speak to you soon. So let's look at some numbers which mean everything to the people in this room here, that 18 million Australians are online. You know, that's in terms of 85% of the population are now online. And an average Australian spends 17.6 hours, that's a week on the internet. And 44% of users prefer the internet over other forms of communication. But at the bottom, again, probably the most important figure, 80% of Australian users are actively using social media. The entire Australia, there's 9 million users on Facebook and 1 million users on Twitter. 41% of Australians accesses YouTube movies v 25% of the UK population. So that means that Australians are online as well as offline, and it's an opportunity to consider. But this actually looks at the percentage of companies using specific social media channels where they've actually acquired customers from those channels. Now, we've talked about Twitter, so I won't dwell on that, but this includes Facebook and LinkedIn. And we're looking at B2B and B2C. So the green is B2C, and the blue is B2B. So depending on what mix of clients you've got, then this applies to you. Because clearly Facebook is a more consumer-based vehicle. So just because everybody talks about Facebook doesn't mean to say that that's your #1 vehicle for getting to your clients. Clearly, if you've got a business-to-business clientele, then you're going to be looking at LinkedIn, because you can see there that 45% against 26% for B2B customers in terms of leads, because LinkedIn is a business-to-business network only. It doesn't deal with consumers. So here's some free tools that everybody should have, and I'm assuming everybody has in here, so I'm not going to make you put your hands up and say whether you have or you haven't, but clearly you have to have a LinkedIn account, you need to have a Twitter account, a Facebook account. Has everybody got a blog now? Has anybody? Okay, so there's quite a lot of people shaking their heads. So a blog was kind of the thing that happened before the Facebooks and YouTubes, but it's kind of forgotten. But I cannot emphasize to you, on a slightly different subject, but still about social media, a blog is extremely important for search engine optimization, but first and foremost, as far as social media is concerned, it's about interaction with your customers, and that is the strategy to get them to communicate with you. And I'm going to talk about 7 different ways, as briefly as I can, how you can track whether your social media as well as the rest of your marketing is working. So we've talked about Google Analytics, and I'll go into more detail in a second. Products called Crazy Egg, ClickTail, which basically look at what's happening on your website. SurveyMonkey, which is pretty self-explanatory, I think. BudURL, which is a URL shortener, which I'll explain in a second. You can track and test what's working through your Twitter account as well. And ultimately, again, I think what most people don't use, does everybody know what a Google internal search is? So you can put that on your website and see what people are looking for. So in the end, it's how you use it. Now, I work personally with the senior strategist today to Obama's party for social media. So I just got off the phone to him today. That's the level of people that I work with. And also in terms of the director of search for eBay, when you're talking about analytics, he wasn't when he was helping me and developing me, but that's who's trained me in terms of knowing what to look for. So I just mentioned that because at the end of the day, many people talk about it, they don't necessarily know about it. So what can you use? You should have a Facebook business page as well as a personal profile. Most important, extremely important, because you don't want all the people who claim to be your friends on your personal profile. You want them on your business page, and if they don't want to be on your business page, get rid of them. So interlinking social media sites is an absolute key strategy. I certainly don't have the time to go into it now, but it's about multiple tools. It's not just about one specific tool, and I cannot stress that enough. But you still got to keep your content updated, so don't go crazy until you can manage that as well. Hi, my name's Andrew Edwards. I hope you enjoyed watching the seminar, and if you'd like to go to our website, andrewredwards.com/free book, you get an opportunity to learn how to track and test your marketing and see what works for a return on your investment. I hope you enjoy it.